Hey guys, what's going on? Today I am hanging the flag out because today is the 9th anniversary of 9/11. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about my memories of that day because I remember it like it was yesterday. Just in case I'll just walk around and talk about it. Well, got up. Well, I was having a really weird dream that morning. I don't know what it was about, but something about like I was revving up my moped or something out here, and like the dirt kicked up and like hit me in the head like really bad and like killed me. And the day before I had this like a similar dream, and it's like almost like I kind of predicted like something, like I felt something was going to happen. Anyway, after I got up, I wasn't feeling that good that day. My stomach was a little upset or whatever. So I was eating my breakfast, flipping through the channels, and all of a sudden I see the Twin Towers on fire, the first one. And I was like, holy shit. And I remembered, because like back in August, there was this guy that got snagged on the Statue of Liberty. Like he was had a parachute or something. And he got snagged up there, and I thought maybe an airplane like crashed into the World Trade Center accidentally or something. So I kept watching, and they were talking about it and stuff, and after a while I just grabbed my video camera and pointed it at the TV, and then like short time later I saw the second plane hit, and I was like, holy crap. And that's when I knew that it wasn't an accident, it was something real serious. So I called up our neighbors and I'm like, turn on the TV right now, and like they didn't answer. I just left a message, and I called up everybody I knew. I'm like, turn the TV on right now and take a look at this. And then the Pentagon got hit, and I was like, holy shit. So I was kind of scared because I'm in New York here, and like New York City is not that far. I mean, it's like what, 100 miles away or something. I don't know exactly, but like Washington D.C. got hit and New York City got hit. What's next? Us? So I kept looking up in the sky, seeing if there was any planes flying around. And oh crap, there goes my battery. Shit. I'm gonna have to walk back and get another battery. Well, I'll keep going. Anyway, so then I went outside, and it was about maybe, it was after a while, and I heard like the plane crash in Pennsylvania or something. And they were talking about explosions and stuff. And I kept my radio on me the whole time. I had like a portable radio. I kept that on me the whole time, listening to the radio, the 810 WGY. They were talking about it. So, I was like scared because I thought we were going to get attacked. And so then I had to go. Well, I worked for this lady that owns a horse farm. Now, I was supposed to go over there that day to do weed whacking and stuff. So I called her up. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't come over there. And she's like, oh, I think it'll be okay. So I ended up going over there. I went on a bike ride around 12 o'clock. I rode all the way down there through the park and back, listening to the radio the whole time. And okay, we got a fresh battery now. So where was I? Oh yeah, I went on a bike ride. It was around noon time. And I didn't really even feel like eating, but I just managed to choke down a sandwich. And then I went over to Jones. That's the name of the lady I worked for at the time. And by that time they were talking about grounding all the flights and stuff. So I went there and I was weed whacking around the apartment building that she had. And I'm using a Husqvarna. Forgot the exact model, but it was an older model. I mean, this is 2001 and it was old then, so probably from like the 90s or something. And I was weed whacking, and I kept going to my car. I had that Dodge Shadow at the time. I kept going back to my car to keep listening, see if there's any updates. And got done with that and left around maybe 3 something, 3:30, 4 o'clock. And went home, and it had kind of the panicky thing had died off. You know, I realized we weren't going to get totally bombed or whatever. So I went home, and then they were showing something on the news about like bombings or explosions in Iraq or something. I remember that pretty well. And something about, yeah, they were talking about that, and they were talking about how they think like Osama bin Laden or something was involved in it, or Al Qaeda or whatever it was, whatever they thought at the time. I don't exactly remember, but I just remember that whole day like it was yesterday, like how I described it to you. I was kind of skipping over a few details. I don't want to make this video too long, but yeah. Oh, and before, when I first got out, I was kind of into weightlifting, so I was like trying to lift some weights that day, and I was just listening to the radio and doing that, and they were talking about it, and everybody was speculating and everything, and you know, like just like a really weird feeling. Like I kept looking up in the sky, and then I remember, like after I finished weed whacking, as I was going home, I noticed there was like absolutely no airplanes in the sky anywhere. And it was really weird. And then the next day, I don't really remember the next day. All I remember is the planes were still grounded, so there was like no air traffic whatsoever. Like usually at night you can see airplanes flying around here, but there was nothing. And it was a beautiful day, just like this, only less clouds. Like there was not a cloud in the sky that day. So yeah, that's my experience with 9/11, and thanks for listening. That was just my experience anyway, from living in New York State and experiencing the attacks on my country. And I hope everybody out there will take this day to remember all the people that died that day. And you know, I kind of even wished I was down there back then to like help out in whatever way I could, but even though I didn't get down there, but I kind of wanted to be down there to help out. And I was like 21 back then. I had just turned 21. So like I felt really patriotic, like I wanted to help my country out and stuff. So anyway, thanks for watching.